couple of lags and a 2x4, and that thing's good to go. Now, rest in peace, Pacifica Pier. Quite the landmark. Good morning, good morning. It's your boy Chili Chill. Thank you guys for tuning in for another video on how to catch striped bass. I want to say thank you to all my subscribers and viewers. And if you haven't yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It is much appreciated. We got some birds out there. They were diving before I came down here, but they moved off. But I'm pretty sure there's still some bait. Oh yeah, there's a seal in there too. Might be a good day. Sorry for the long wait, guys. I know it's been a while since I dropped a video. Been going through some stuff. One of my social media accounts got hacked, so I've been dealing with that and dealing with the repercussions of that. But yeah, I'm out here today. I'm really excited because it's the start of the surf season fishing for me. Usually I start in May, but I got a late start this year. But I'm out here in the surf and I'm very excited. Every year I like to come out to the surf around May to August to try and target the bigger and thicker bass, just because, you know, they're real nice on the coast around this time of year. And to also challenge myself as an angler, because it's not as easy catching striped bass in the surf as it is in the bays. But anyways, today I'm going to show you guys how to catch striped bass in the surf using lures. Now I got my surf set up today. This is my Shimano Lunamis 10-foot medium rod paired with the brand spanking new Shimano Stella Saltwater 4000 XG. I got this on 30-pound Power Pro Super Slick. And for bait choice today, I'm going with some jerk baits. I brought some Duo Tide Minnow Lance. This is the 160 sinking. Brought this one, nice bright white and pink. Should stand out in this fog. I brought a few different colors, but mostly this lure, and I did bring a bucktail and also my chili jig just in case. But let's start it off with this jerk bait. Now you want to use the dart cast when you're throwing jerk baits to get the maximum distance. If you don't know how to do the dart cast, it is in one of my videos, in the springtime jerk bait video. It'll teach you how to do the dart cast. And what you want to do is you want to time your casts behind the waves. Obviously you don't want to throw your lure right into a wave, because then it'll just get pushed right back to you and you won't be able to get any action out of the lure. So you want to time your cast out. So right now we're behind the wave right here. Let's go ahead and get a first cast. Oh yeah, with the dart cast. You see how far that thing flew? You want to just retrieve your bait nice and steady. When you feel the current pushing against your bait, you can kind of slow down a little bit. When you feel the waves pulling against your lure, you can slow down and work it. But the key is to get your lure to do what it's supposed to do, which is swim. Because, you know, with the waves, you got the back current, the waves pushing in and out. Sometimes it's hard to get your lure to just wobble in the water. So make sure you time your cast behind the wave. That way you can get the best retrieval. And see, that was a bad time to throw right into a big wave. Let's go ahead and reel that back in. You definitely want to time your cast, okay? Time them when the water is calmer. When you see a wave pushing in. If you can cast past it, that's when you want to throw. So right now there's a big wave coming. So I'm going to wait for that wave to crest first. Get a little closer. And now I can cast behind that. So I'll go ahead and cast. Oh yeah, that thing launched. You just want to retrieve it. See, right now I can feel it wobbling, so we got a good retrieval. Now, it's not always about distance. You know, you can cast really far out, but sometimes the fish are really close. It all depends on the beach structure, the beach that you're on, and the beach that you're fishing at. But some beaches have a trough that's like right in front, so the fish can be literally, I just saw a fish right now come out the water right there. I don't know if you guys saw that, but a fish just came out right there, fed. See if I can get it. Oh, that was a bomb of a cast right there. Oh, this is a perfect opportunity right now to hook one. Come on. And you can kind of put your rod tip down to beat the wave and then use the rod to go above the wave. So you can actually use the rod's length to get you in and out of a wave. I'll try to explain it better. Oh, look at this huge roller coming in. Right behind that is perfect. Whenever I see whitewash water like this, that's the perfect place for me to throw a lure. Stripers love this whitewash water. There's the wave coming in. I want to throw behind that wave. Just like that. You want to just get a good retrieve coming back in. Make sure your lure is doing what it's supposed to. Oh yeah, this is a good retrieve right here. Holy moly, guys, we got a lot of bird activity going on right there. They are diving. A lot of birds are coming over there right now. They're baiting the water. There should be some bass around here too. And when you're looking for a hole for a deeper part of the beach that you can fish in, where fish tend to hold, first thing you want to do when you walk up on the beach is look at the beach structure, look at the waves. Look at the furthest wave that's forming. You see over there, that big wave. So there's a sandbar right there. And then the wave just crashes and it just kind of rolls in. So that means there's a little bit deeper water right there. And you see it's still rolling in. It got lifted up a little bit right there. That means there's a little bit of a sandbar right there too. But then you see it's just rolling in, right? So there's a little bit deeper water right in front of me. Little sandbar, a little bit of a trough, and then the big sandbar, the first sandbar. So you just kind of want to, I guess it kind of is like a guessing game when you first start reading the surf. But one way to really tell too is to kind of look on the side of the beach, and you can see where the water kind of like waves in, like it's kind of like a big W or an M. And usually when the bowl is like this, that's usually a hole right in front of there. Then also rip current, just watch the water. You see water, foamy water getting pulled back into the ocean. That's a rip current. You want to fish that. You want to fish rip currents for sure. Oh, look at all this whitewash water right now. There's got to be a bass in there. Sometimes the conditions are so rough that it's hard to tell where the holes are actually at. When it comes to that, then I recommend doing the 30-step cast, is what I call it. You take 30 steps, you stop, you cast in the water about 10 times, and if you get no bites or nothing, take another 30 steps, cast another 10 times, and just keep repeating that. Go all the way down the beach. I've had a lot of success finding fish like that as well. Because you know the saying, they say 90% of the beach is water and 10% is fish. You have to kind of find them. Holy moly. Conditions today, pretty foggy. No wind, barely a puff, which is surprising because yesterday was so windy. And the water is pretty murky, pretty dirty right now. Right now is the morning outgoing tide. I think high tide was like 6 in the morning today. Oh, you got a bite. Fish on. Fish. Oh, come on. Oh, it came off. No. No. Oh, I just got bit, you guys. Just had a fish on for like a second. Felt decent too. Wonder what happened. Let's get it back out there. Right behind that way, right there. There we go. Yep, I just got bit. Just had a fish on for a second. Let's see if there's more. Come on, baby. Man, I wish I didn't lose that fish, man. Damn. That felt like a tank, too. You know what? We still got plenty of tide. Let's catch one. You see, there's a wave about to come over my line. You just put your rod tip down, let the wave pass over your line, and you just prop your rod back up, and see I'm over the wave. I can just go back to retrieving regular. So you can use the rod's length to get you out of a wave as well. Man. Damn it. Oh, I just saw another fish jump off to my left over there. Yeah, there's fish in here. Get behind this wave. There's definitely fish in here. We're just doing a steady retrieve, just making sure our lure's wobbling, swimming, doing its job. And when you're fishing in the surf for stripers versus the bay, in the bays, striped bass can congregate in one area and hang out there for a few days, sometimes even a week. So it's a little bit easier to catch them. But in the surf, striped bass are constantly on the move. Every day they're at a new spot. Holy moly. Get out the way there. Yeah, so in the surf, striped bass are constantly on the move. It's a lot harder to catch them in the surf. But once you find one, or you start getting bit, then you're usually in a good hole, or you can find more. You just gotta get your lure in the water and keep trying. Fish on. Got me a fish, baby. Fish on. Feels like a striper. Make sure you use the waves. Bring in the fish. Don't fight against the waves. All right. Bring it in with this wave right here. We got one, baby. Oh yeah, it's a good one too, y'all. Good one. Look at that. Yeah, that's a beast. Oh. Now when you get a striper out of the surf, try to keep it on the wet sand, okay? Better for them if you're planning to release. Alright, we got one though, guys. Go ahead and calm down. Calm down, bud. Calm down, bud. You're doing too much. Jeez, come on. Come on, bud. Yeah. First striper out of the surf this season. And it's a good one. All right. Look at that one, guys. Look at that. That's a beast. Let's get a quick measurement and weigh him out. Wash it off a little bit first. Yeah. Got a nice one. Put this guy back on the wet sand. Let's give him a quick measurement. Okay guys, let's see what we got here. "30" 30 incher, maybe 29.5. Nice. Let me get a quick weight on this guy real quick. All right, here we go. 10 pounds, 10.36. 10.3, 10.23. 10 pounds, 23. It's a good one. That's a good one. Let's get this guy back in the water. Okay, always be careful when you're getting back in the water. Don't go too deep. Wait for the waves to come to you. There's a good one right here. Here we go. There it goes, guys. You see it? Swimming off. There it goes. All right, back into the surf. Yes! First striper of the season from the surf. 30 incher, 10.23 pounds. That's what I'm talking about, baby. All right, let's get back in there. Yes. You guys don't understand how good that feels to catch one in the surf. Nice. Got a good release on it too. Yeah, the birds have shown up. There is a bunch of activity going on. I'm about to go where the birds are. Holy moly, look at these birds right now. They're close. You know there's bass behind there or underneath them. You know there is. Look at all those birds, you guys. Let me go over there. Let me go over there. That's where the bait's at. Yes. Got me a 30 incher out of the surf. I think my other camera is picking this up right now too, all those birds diving. Here you go, guys. It's a nice little hole right here too. I'm gonna fish this hole right here. Oh yeah, they're going dumb out there. Come on. Tons of cormorants out there. Pelicans aren't really diving, but I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of bait out there. Also too, when the waves are coming towards you, you don't want to walk when the waves moving. So waves coming towards you, just stand still. Let the wave do its thing, and then when the energy from the wave is dissipated, and you can walk. Now if I wanted to keep that bass, in California you can keep 2 striped bass per day, but they have to be a minimum of 18 inches long total length, and there is no maximum length of which you can keep. I would have kept that striper, but it was just a little too big. I don't really like big stripers, you guys know that. If I'm gonna eat a striper, I like to go for between 20 inch and 28 inch. So that one was about 2 inches, 1.5 inches over what I like to eat, so I released it. But if you do want to keep them, you can, of course. That is the bag limit and size limit for California striped bass. Okay, well, them birds disappeared. I'm pretty sure that's over with. Let me go back over to the hole I was fishing where I caught that first one. When you cast your lure into the ocean, it's gonna be kind of hard, but you gotta kind of imagine what your lure is doing. So if a wave is pushing against your lure, it's making it swim harder and more deeper, so you can kind of slow down. But just try to imagine what your lure is doing as you're reeling it in. That's the best way to imagine that you're doing the right thing and getting the right action, instead of just mindlessly reeling it in and casting it out. Try to finesse it a little bit. Ooh, look at that thing fly. All right, y'all. I've been out here for about 2 hours. It's 8 o'clock right now, and tides went out a lot, so I don't think there's any more fish. I did get one more bite after, but no hookup. But that's how you catch stripers in the surf right there. Just gotta throw your jerkbait out there and make sure it's working. But thanks for tuning in for another video. I appreciate you guys watching. To the next one, peace out.